Everyone, I'm Ismay Bourke. I'm an artist manager. One of the artists I look after is the lovely Fia Moon, who's joined me today. We are really excited to be here today to support the Women's Work Festival, which is about celebrating women in music, which is what we are all about. Also, it's great to be here because we're highlighting the IWMMF, which is the Irish Women's Music Management Forum, which is a network I created last summer. And it's all about supporting, lifting each other up and sharing knowledge for women in the artist management industry. So yeah, we're really excited to be here and delighted. And we want to say a big thank you to Charlene for having us and everyone at Women's Work Festival. And we've never done anything like this before. Like, obviously me and Fia work together every day, talk all the time, all this kind of thing. But this is an unusual circumstance, doing an interview like this. And what Women's Work have done, they've sent us a closed envelope with questions for us to ask each other, so we can deep dive a little bit into our relationship as artist and manager. So I hope you guys enjoy. We're both kind of like, what's going to happen? This is going to be.
I'm nervous.
Yeah, like nervous but excited.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm going to go first and ask you a question. So here we go.
Oh my God, the grand reveal. I feel like you're about to announce me as like an Oscar winning or like a
yeah, and the winner
nominated.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
Women's Work.
Do I open mine?
I think you can open yours as well. Yeah.
Oh wait, I'll wait till your questions to open mine.
Sophia. First question. What's your proudest moment as an artist?
Wow, that's such a hard one. I don't think I've had one proudest moment. I think there's been little proud moments that have kind of built the bigger picture. I know that's probably a really bad answer, but I mean, some of the proud moments that I've had were my first television performance on Songs from an Empty Room, which was incredible. That was in lockdown, and it was literally just me and the band that got together for the first time in like a year. And that was very nerve-wracking because it was in front of like a whole crew, but there was no audience, and obviously on TV and stuff like that. So I was very proud to do that, and my whole family tuned in because they knew that it was on RTE, so everyone actually could tune in. Really proud to have my music on the radio. And I know Ismay's a big
we love our radio.
But yeah, it's always, I heard my song on 98 FM even the other day. They were playing Let This Go, Ismay, and my friend sent me a video of it. They were in the car, and I was just like, I'm proud every single time that happens, because it just like makes it all so tangible and worthwhile. And it's like, oh my God, this is like live and people are hearing it in real time.
Yeah.
Just I'm proud to this is going to sound really lame, but I'm proud of myself for persevering and continuing, because it's been a really hard year for everyone. And you know, my music is very personal and kind of emotional, and it's been good and bad times, and I'm proud. Oh, this is going to sound real cheesy, but I'm proud to still be in the game and still kind of going and working on something that I'm so passionate and that I love, and all the little things just make it so worthwhile, every message that I get. But yeah, I don't think that's really fully answered the question.
No, it's lovely. I love that. Okay, so what happens now? Do you ask me a question?
Oh yeah, it's my turn. Oh my God.
The big reveal.
Big reveal. Need to do this preparation for when I'm accepting my I wish. Okay, so it's so cool. Like you were saying.
It's so cool.
Okay, Ismay. Finish this sentence. As a woman working in music, as a woman working in music, you could go anywhere with that.
Gosh, as a woman working in music, I would like instantly, my brain would say I'm extremely proud to be a woman working in music. I've been working in the industry over 15 years. And when I first started, you know, in my early 20s, there wasn't a lot of women. Look, you know, when you look right or left around you, you know, I mean, it's still obviously, we're, you know, a very much male dominated industry. We know that things are changing slowly. And over the last year, 2 years, we're really beginning to see that, which is wonderful. But yeah, like I think that's what I would say. I'm extremely proud to be a woman in the music industry, because it can be very challenging. And like challenging as a job, being an artist manager in terms of
full stop, whether you're male or female.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Like it's challenging in terms of work-life balance. It's challenging in terms of finding opportunities for your artists. You know, you're dealing with many different personality types. Like, you know, it's a challenging job. And then, you know, obviously being a woman in the music industry, it's fantastic, because there's challenges that come along with that, like I said earlier, about being, because it's male dominated, and sometimes the opportunities available can be more difficult to achieve or access. But there's also so many amazing women that I've met over those 15 years, and men that have been great allies to me. I've had a wonderful, you know, experience with that, with being lifted up by men and women. And for me, it's so great now to see so much more diversity when you're talking to anybody within labels or publishing or sync or live. You're beginning to see the diversity, and that's just so much more fun, and it's just so much more interesting, and, you know, because everybody brings a different perspectives to the table. So yeah, I guess, yeah, it's a hard one to say, but that's where my brain would go instantly with that. Is just, I'm very proud to be a woman in music, because it's hard to stay in music over a long period of time and to have a career. So yeah.
You're a badass. You're a boss, that's why.
Okay, so I actually have the same question for you as a woman working in music.
That's what's next for me as well. Do you have the same?
Yeah. So finish the sentence. As a woman working in music,
as a woman working in music, it's going to be hard not to steal your answer. As a woman working in music, I think, I don't know whether this is specific to being a woman, but for me, it's such an avenue and such a kind of cathartic, never know how to pronounce that word, experience. And for me, it's such a kind of escape. And you know, I, like you've been saying, I've worked with a lot of males, but more and more now I'm kind of working with a lot more women. And, you know, even being part of Irish Women in Harmony was such a breath of fresh air, because I'd actually, you know, Ruth Ann, who founded it, an incredible songwriter, she messaged me, and I'd only ever met one other woman in that group before I joined that kind of what is now a bit of a collective and a network. And it was just so nice to kind of have my eyes open to it and see all the amazing women who are out there, and how the ego isn't really there. Everyone's genuinely very supportive of each other. And yeah, I think likewise, I am also proud, because it's a very cutthroat industry, and you have to wear many hats, whether you are a manager or whether you are an artist. And trying to find that balance for your emotional well-being as well is something that's hard, but I think it's something that I'm proud of, because I think it makes you stronger as a person. And and
it's so true, because I think what we're both kind of getting at is like working, what's happened over the last few years is that more women have come into the industry, and it's a great thing to see on artist level and on you know, management or other professional sectors. So we're getting access to more women and working with more women, which is great. And then obviously Fia with Irish Women in Harmony's collective, me with the IWMMF, it's a collective. Yeah. And I remember a person said to us about the network, they were saying like, it's just fantastic that you have this network of, 20 plus, Irish artist managers, when like you're all in competition with each other, but you're all helping each other. And I was like, what competition? Like we're not. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I guess we are in terms of our artists and stuff like that, but it's just the way that women approach business is much more collaborative, and we want to share information. I'm not saying that men don't do that as well, but we just naturally do that, and that's what the collectives and the groups are always about. It's about sharing of information, lifting each other up, supporting each other. I don't think anybody is thinking in terms of, it's when someone gets an opportunity, it's like, yes, go, that was great. Like 5 of us went into it, but 1 of us got it. So we feel like we all win. And that's the wonderful thing about working with women in the music industry, and how we really get behind each other professionally and personally,
Do you know what it is? I think it's because we all can empathize with one another, because we know how bloody tough it is.
Yeah.
And for any of us to succeed, it's like,
yes,
you genuinely understand it. And I think there's a mutual understanding between all of us.
Yeah.
And there's enough room. I think everyone has kind of, the penny has dropped that there is room for all of us. It's not just about, if one person gets one thing, it means another person can't get it. It's like there is enough room. We're all unique, and everyone does their own different thing. And I think that's what's great about it, is we're all everyone's very accepting of each other and allowing space for each individual.
Yeah, exactly. And people want to hear women on the radio. Irish Women in Harmony, #1. We know this. So it's great, the support's coming. So it's good. Okay.
So I think it's my turn.
Your turn. Okay. I was like, will I ask? I'm like,
okay. Oh, there's only 3 questions.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a pleasure.
I know, but there are only 3 questions. Can we just chat? You and me would be like, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe, are you ready for the next one?
Yeah, sure.
What? No, this is actually not bad. What's your favorite song of mine and why?
Ooh. So we're talking about release songs though, right? Like I'm not allowed to say songs that
you not name it if it's an unreleased song.
In the pipeline or demos, or I
don't know. Maybe, I don't know, whichever you think.
I mean, I like so many of your songs for different reasons, because for me, I consume music depending really on my emotion or what I'm doing. So every song could be my favorite for a different scenario, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I have to say that Fia has a song that should be coming out in the next few months. I won't say the name, or can I say the name? I don't know. But
okay.
And when I heard it, it just resonated with me like completely, and it's one of the most amazing things I think about Fia is how vulnerable she is in her songwriting. She's, such an emotional songwriter, and I have so much respect for people and artists, obviously, that can go to those places and share those feelings and articulate them, and then put the melodies behind it and create a song. Like, I mean, what? Like, it's amazing, because that's what music should do. It should help you articulate or feel something that maybe you're struggling with, or that you didn't know, like, I feel like that's the power of music. It's that intangible thing that makes you go, like, and whether that's an emotional song or whether it's just a happy song that you're like, woo. But yeah, she has this song that's hopefully going to come out in the next few months. And when I heard it, like, it really brought up a lot of emotions for me. Yeah,
I know you haven't named it, but I'm pretty sure I know.
Yeah, you know what it is. And what makes it even more special is she co-wrote it with another Irish artist that I love, and who I think extremely highly of. And so I think together they're both very brave and very vulnerable songwriters. And knowing that, but then also listening to the song that was created and what came out of that, I'm like, yeah, it's fantastic to see that in the song's evolution. But every time I listen to it, yeah, I'm kind of transported back to the first, when she came back and gave me the demo.
I remember I was staying with you at the time.
Yeah.
I came back that night.
Signed our management contract together, and we've only been working together a couple of weeks. And I mean, and I just remember, and I remember being like, just start managing her, like, don't cry, like, you know. It's just a beautiful song with so much sentiment. Yeah, so that's, I mean, I love all of your songs, like, you know that, but that one's really special to me because of the story behind the song, I guess.
Yeah, and I think you knew the story behind it so much as well, and the story behind it was something that I found very difficult to articulate and explain to people as well as outside of music. It was a really hard thing, so I think it was really special. It means a lot to me that it means something to you, because for you to understand it like that is just so amazing, because I didn't even understand it, and then I wrote it and I was like trying to make sense of it myself.
And that's what it is. It feels like a song, anyone that's gone through a really difficult breakup and heartache, you know, and it's a healing song in that way, you know. And I love that, because we've all been there.
Well, I obviously have. Thank you, you're so sweet.
I have the third question for you.
Okay.
What is your fondest memory of us? That you can say on camera.
Well, luckily we haven't had too many wild nights with COVID, so like probably missed out on all that. God, I have so many. I think, I mean, I loved we went on holidays to Galway last year.
Yeah.
And it was one of those weekends. The weather was just so incredible that weekend. So like we just looked out so much. And what was the name of that beach that we went to?
We went to two, right? We went to Dogs Bay, but the one before that, which was like a private beach, and everyone was like, "Are you guys in Malta?" And we were
don't even think it had. The water was like crystal clear. It was insane.
Bally, I can't remember.
And I forgot my swimming togs, so I just went to my underwear and my. I probably shouldn't say that, but like it was like see-through by the end of it, and I was like, whatever. I just wanted to get in. But I remember we were trying to finish "Let This Go."
Oh yeah.
At the time, and I was going mad trying to get the right drop, like kick beats, the kick sound. And remember I was on the sand, and I was just like kind of like making like a little sandcastle when we were. I started like doing that noise with the sand, and I was like, oh my god, I could sample this and put this into the song. But yeah, that, and I mean, one of my favorite nights was actually the New Year's night that we had, because it was so funny, because we were like 2020 is going to be the year. We had just about to sign our contract together, and kind of just getting to know each other as well. And it was just so optimistic and happy and hopeful, and we were just like, we're gonna kill it. We had all these plans that we were like putting together, and then obviously COVID threw that all out the window. But that was such a fun night, because it was like going to a gig together. It was the first and only gig we've ever been to together, actually.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right. That's so weird.
Yeah, because everything was shut down. So yeah, we obviously like both doing what we love, going to see a live show, and then we were just so buzzing.
Yeah, it was an amazing night, wasn't it? And like, it was walking in cars, and we watched perform as well, wasn't it? Brilliant. And and we were with Fergal. Shout out to Fergal Darcy. It was just a great night, wasn't it? And down and everything, and like you said, the optimism for 2020 and the excitement. It was a good.
I also love, like, what was our favorite memory of the two of us?
Fondest memory of us.
Memory. I mean, there's loads. I love like when we both go and like get food together, and we're like just so happy, and like our food, we're just like, you're like, I'll have the oysters, and I'm like, I'll have a burger.
I know, and I like
we get so food happy.
Yeah,
anytime.
like, so simple. We're like literally the happiest when we can go for like a sea swim and then like have some food and enjoy the sunshine, and we're like the best day ever.
Yeah, like when we went to Monkstown. But you know, I actually have that is a really fond memory for me when we were going through the mixes of Better Days, and I was again driving myself mad doing so many mixes, and then we got the car and we drove around town here with Better Days on repeat, because we finally had like gotten the mix to a place where we were really happy with it. And I just remember that just being such a good memory, because we were just like, finally we're there after like, I mean,
oh my God,
so much back and forth
over like 2 months, and we were like, are we going to get there with the song? And oh my God, driving around here in Europe, we were just like, we got to hear it in the car because then we'll know if the track is good. And then the track to be so well received as your first track coming out, you know, to Irish radio, it's amazing, you know, when you think about the backstory of that. And you know, just after, you know, COVID as well, like we were in lockdown.
When it was the beginning of COVID, it was like April, so it was like the first.
It's crazy, and it's still being played now, which is just like over a year later. Like that's, and, you know, when you say that to me, like, do you remember when we were driving around Terry Muir, and I'm like, oh my God, it's still like, wow, like that's, it's brilliant, you know. But
my concept of time is all over the place. But
I know. No, I like that. That's nice, Fia. Thank you. Well, is that all of our questions then?
You didn't ask me 3.
I did, yeah.
I have a question for you.
Memory as a woman working in music, and what's your proudest moment as an artist? So I've asked you all the 3.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Okay. Oh no. Why are you doing that? I'm scared.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's fine.
Okay.
Hey. Okay. What role or chore do you hate doing the most as my manager?
Oh wow. Role or chore?
I'd like to say probably, but
like, well, okay, like the word chore doesn't come into it, like, and that's nothing to do with Fia. Like, I obviously manage other artists too. I wouldn't be an artist manager if it felt like a chore. I'm very much passion-led person, and you don't get into this industry and work long hours and sacrifice family time and all those kind of things unless you're passionate about what you do. So I don't think anything's ever felt like a chore. There are obstacles, and it gets frustrating and it's challenging because as a manager, you have to wear so many different hats. You know what I mean? In terms of having a knowledge and understanding from, you know, it's not just admin. There's law, there's finance, there's publishing, there's live, distribution, label. Like, you have to have a knowledge across so many different sectors. And even though you bring in experts in different fields as your team grows, it's up to you to understand what's going on, and is everyone executing correctly for your artist, because that's what you're there to do. So that can be challenging, juggling the different hats, and because obviously you have to compartmentalize, like, you know, you have to be like, okay, I'm going to do this now on this, and then I'm going to do this on this, and like, and that is challenging, but I wouldn't say it's a chore. It's also what's exciting about the job and makes it spontaneous and different and fun.
Yeah.
But in terms of like you specifically, like,
come on, give me something.
Like, I'm like, there's nothing that's like, what was the question again? Like,
what role or chore do you hate doing the most as my manager?
Role. See, I really love being an artist manager. This is really hard for me to answer because I wanted to be an artist manager since I was like 11. I love the hustle of it. I love networking. I love meeting different personality types. That can be challenging because not everyone is pleasant in the music industry. Like, that, you know,
not like you, yeah.
You know, so that can be challenging. But like, yeah, it's probably the one that I probably least like is maybe the finance and the admin, because you know,
don't I know?
You know, it is like, because I love the marketing, you know, I love the brainstorming with you. I love the art, the music, and discussing the songs. I love so much of it. I love sales. I love networking, like all of that. So I'd say, you know, probably the admin, the finance, applying for grants. Oh gosh, that admin stuff, yeah, is probably what I like the least. But yeah, I think,
well, because it's so not like it's not really like when you think of the role, that's not really in it. Like it's kind of like those are the behind the scenes things that you have to kind of have ironed out in order for you to do the nice, fun, creative things. But it's like it's so annoying how you have to still have that.
you have to have the structure and the understanding of everything. But yeah, that's the challenge of balancing everything. And I want to do the fun stuff and do the music and the marketing and, you know, do the sales and the networking, and that's obviously the good parts. But you obviously have to do the admin and the finance and all that. But yeah, it's probably I mean, is that a really boring answer? I don't know.
It's fair. No, it's totally fair. I was expecting you to say something like, I don't know. I actually don't know.
Like what? Like
no, I'm just hearing my dog barking. I'm like, oh my god.
I can't hear him. Yeah, so that's it really. That's all our questions. I just want to say thanks again to Charlene and Women's Work Festival for having us and partnering with the IWMMF. I'm really, really, really proud of that network. And like I said, we're in the early stages with it, and we hope to share more information about it soon, and for other artist managers that might be interested in getting involved. So,
I want more questions. I'm like,
okay, so we'll say bye now, and we hope everyone has a great weekend.
Bye.